All right, so today, just trying to get something out for the week, and gonna watch me clean up my little tiny workbench. I've already cleaned up a little bit of it. It was much worse. So I'm gonna put time lapse, and we'll get this cleaned up, and then we'll just run through some random things that I have planned for the future. Clean enough. All right. So one of the things, I have a 3D printer. I have the Ender 3, and I wanted to 3D print a ashtray kind of fill-in for the YJ. So here is my 3D printed ashtray fill-in. You can put a cell phone in here. You're on it right now. So for some reason it printed in two pieces. I don't know why that happened. But I also just tried to go in, not today, but like 2 days ago, I tried to go slide it in. Doesn't fit. Apparently you have to take out the whole like inner structure of the thing and attach it. So we're not doing that. Another thing that happened, the oil fill, not gas cap, the oil fill for the engine for our family minivan broke, and I couldn't take the oil cap off to fill it because it's the 3.8 Chrysler, so it's thirsty. So trash can for that. I also have these high lift jack mounts. So you put the high lift on, put this over, kind of screw this down, jack holds tight. So what I want to do is, because I got these on sale, they were like $8 from Tractor Supply. What I want to do is I want to, one of this will fit on the hood, and I want to cut the other side off, re-weld it, bend it back, drill a hole here, trim it all down, and get it to work on the hood mount. Instead of paying $20, which is super cheap, $20 for the ones off eBay, but these were $8. So why not pay $8 and use the tools that I have that I've paid tons of money for, tons, and we'll just modify these. I mean, it has everything we need, and we'll just scrape off this Bulldog and put Josh Dog, whatever I gotta do. So that's also gone. So that's also a future project of what will happen. But just another thing that I wanted to kind of go over. I found this little black duck. There's stuff in it. My dad is a cabinet maker, and that jerk made me this solid wooden cube that has 7, nope, that's backward. It has 7/13 of 40 on it. So I'm not allowed to open this until 2040. Also, it's super sealed, and he said I'm gonna have to use a chisel and a hammer. And there's things in it that I'm not allowed to either open until he's over 80 or dead. So it was just sitting on the workbench, and I thought I'd say something. So this, I just have to kind of lose for the next math equations happening right here. I don't know, like 18 years or something. So that's cool. Not really. We'll just leave it here. Some Steve-O hot sauce. It's always a good thing to have on the, ooh, another one of those reading things. On to the next thing for today. As some of my friends that I've had before I started doing this YouTube stuff, which I don't actually do YouTube stuff, but anyway, I'm trying. I am so into RC cars. It's like RC cars, then like Jeeps and motorcycles, and then everything else that I do, like snowboarding, skateboarding. RC cars have always been like in. This is one of the ones that I got in a trade. It was a kit. I love kits. This is a Red Cat Wendigo, and I built this, I think, over like maybe mid-summer, and it's just all box stock. it's all just built. She's ready to go. I just kind of did like a whatever kind of paint job of stuff that I had left over. So I'm selling a bunch of stuff because I want some new stuff. So this is going to be going up for sale on Marketplace. So I don't actually know if by the time I post this video that I'll have it listed. Probably not. But if you search Red Cat Wendigo, you'll find it. This is a TRX4 Blazer, and I've had this thing for a couple years now. Sold it, got it back, and this has always kind of been like a go-to rig. It's got the full TRX4 Blazer body. It says for sale, $450. You can get it on sale. It's got a Red Cat motor, knockoff China speed controller. Currently running on a 3-channel FlySky, which kind of is sucky because it has the full locker and 2-speed servo. For some reason, I've had pretty unfortunate luck with this truck. I've gone through a controller. Well, I'm on my second controller, and I'm on my currently a second receiver. I went through a factory ESC. What was an axial ESC? And this is just a no-name ESC that I have. But I need another receiver. And they're like $40, which isn't a greatest deal. Or isn't a big problem. It's on all factory stuff. This isn't how I got it. I kind of built this over time with pieces, parts, and it's full TRX4, good stuff, minus the wheel wells that have been hacked out of it by a previous owner. But it's got all the bumpers and stuff, and I like this truck. But this is also going to be for sale. I'm thinking that the Wendigo is going to go on Marketplace for $250. We'll work down from there. This, I'm going to put it for $300. Work down from there. So if anybody wants it, hit me up. Let's work some deals. Let's see what's next. Is crawling maybe not for you? What about this axial rift? This is all just me trying to sell stuff. I'll let the secret out of the bag. I really want the axial SCX6, which is like the full, like, it's huge, like 25 pounds. I want one so bad. And this is currently running a full center brushless hobby wing axe. The ESC just came undone. It's the Easy Run axe system, full centered brushless. The thing's a monster. I've got the 2 aluminum beadlocks on the factory wheels. I got a hot racing thing. What's that called? Help me. You know what it's called. Remember? It's the steering. What is this called? Okay, we now remember. It's the steering servo. It's not. It's... Alright, after a long debate with my colleagues, this is the steering servo saver. Jesus, what a day. Other than that, this is the kit version. I dyed the chassis. It was all gray. I dyed it green because I like green. Painted the interior black. I got these. This is some aluminum roof tin. So that way when something hits it, like whatever fell, it gets all dented. I like that. I like body damage. Chicks dig it. But anyway, it's got the aluminum 2.2s, 2-speed trans. I don't have it hooked up for the 2-speed to shift. It's all just single first gear. You can shift it into second. It's held in place by a rubber band currently. Got that great China 20 kilogram servo. Honestly, this thing's a ripper. I don't have any issues with this. I take this thing out, I bash it. The only thing I ever had issues with was the factory servo saver. And I put the hot racing one on pretty recently, and no issues since. She's a ripper. I love this truck. So, the other one. How much did I say on that one? I didn't. Beans, that it's the kit version with that like super expensive back in the day ESC combo. Let's start at $350. We'll see what happens. I'll make deals. This is my RC 4-wheel drive Trailfinder 2, which I don't actually know what's left that's stock of it. So we have the factory body. This is like an OG build. I built this back, I don't know, like 2016. I've had this for some time. I bobbed the bed. It's not good. There's a lot of like, there's like you can see where the bodywork was done, especially on this side. Once it like cracked off one time, I just glued it back on, and it's stayed ever since. The bed at one point did fold down. I had these like cool custom hangers that I made, like for the little latch release, and the thing actually opened and closed. That's long gone. All these stickers. Here's a sticker from the Recon G6, which was like an axial thing. 2015. 2015. So I don't want to like this. I don't want to get rid of this. If this goes, you can buy a brand new one of these kits for $400. This one has so much like time and like energy invested. $400 takes it. If it's not that, it'll sit. I'll figure out another way to make some money to buy that big truck I want. It has the aluminum or the steel roll bar from RC 4-wheel drive. That's in there. It's got the 1.7 Mickey Thompson made these. They were like the outlaw wheels, like the real ones. It has the 1.7 outlaw tire wheels with the BF Goodrich TA KM3s in the 1.7 also. These are a really good tire. I really like these. Like, you know, like that's a good truck. Got the full interior. This one has been decked out. You're not gonna be able to see any of this, but it's got inspection stickers. It ran out in 22. It's got 2 drivers in it. It's got like a machete on the dash. It's got a CB radio. There's a cooler in there. This dude's holding a beer. It's very, very dusty. It shines up. It has the Hilux grill and lights, but it also is there anything else to show on this? Factory bumper. I always like this. I had the steel bumper on it. I had steel front and rear bumpers. I had the steel sliders. It took away from like what it really was. So I want to show you this. Oh, the rear shock hoops are Galant RC 4-wheel drive Galant 2 shock hoops. Super RC car nerd. Terrible, terrible. These are like, I wish I had a battery you could put in this, but these are like some super crazy like LED headlights. If you can see, they're pretty nuts. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. They got some crazy LEDs in there. So that's what that is. I do have the 2-speed trans. Like I said, the Galant hoops. I have the Bauhaus RC rear leaf mounts. We're running 3 leaves in the back with another leaf on the front to help with the axle wrap. 2-speed trans, Spectrum servo, aluminum servo horn. Ooh, these are the RC 4-wheel drive, I don't know, super duper expensive. I got these during one of their like Black Friday sales a couple years ago. But these are like the rebuildable drive shafts. I don't remember what they're called. I did do a axle flip. So both the axles are flipped like this. So instead of the being like a driver's side drop, or well, instead of it being a passenger side drop, I made it driver's side drop, so that way it was still spring over, but that way it ran like this instead of running over and hitting the transfer case, because this truck really likes to sit low. I have a 3D printed skid plate, mounts the factory T-case in here, but it tucks it up real nice and high, so I had to cut that out so it would fit all in there. Has just a regular kind of, well, that's a Vanquish 2 and 3S 6-volt kind of ESC. Got a Fly Sky receiver in there and an RC 4-wheel drive. It's probably like a 35 turn motor. 45 turn motor. But also got the RC 4-wheel drive locking hubs up front. They don't actually work, but simulated. And I got some scale covers in the back. Had this truck a long time. I don't drive it anymore. I guess it's technically ready to run. I didn't even know that. I think I drove it not too long ago, and I had a full brushless system in it, and I was just like, I'm ready to move on. I really want to get the RC YJ mash again, the FMS or Rock Hobby mash again. It's a YJ. It's coil sprung 4-link, which isn't very accurate, but I want that just so I can have one for my Jeep. And I really want the SCX6. So if I'm gonna let this go, $400. Do you want it? Do you want it? I don't know. Maybe you want it. Probably not. But if you do, it's here. I got some good stuff. I have tons more. So anyway, this was just like a quick, I wanted to get a video out. I know it's already Tuesday. Hopefully I can have it edited by Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. I guess you'll know. You'll know when I put it out. And we got tons on the agenda. It's just whether or not I have time to do it. We got Savage content coming. I'm looking at it. Again, you haven't seen it. I could ride it right now. We got Savage content. We got YJ content. I got my hard doors still to fix because I'm running soft doors in the wintertime. It's uninspected right now. I got to get that inspected next week. We got floors to fix on the YJ. We got rear frame rails to fix on the YJ. The YJ is a big pile of... Anyway, we got tons of stuff. We got tons of RC projects. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? If everybody's like in the comments going, we want Savage content, it's right here. I can do that. It's no problem. Just you tell me. If everybody's like, we want to see YJ content, it's cold out. I don't have a garage that it'll fit in. Literally the garage behind us, which has some trash bags since I missed Thanksgiving trash day. It won't fit in my garage. The Jeep's too big. It's too high. It won't. I couldn't even drive it into the garage. The garage is messy. It wouldn't fit regardless if my garage was 40 foot tall. And RC cars. I could do RC car content. I got plenty more. We could do full build breakdowns on every part, piece, price. I could do it all. What do you want to see? Also, we got to make that high lift mount for the YJ. We got floor pans, like I said, for the YJ. We got mini bikes and four-wheelers and go-karts. We got drift trikes to work on. I mean, literally, we have snowboarding coming up because it's December. So we have snowboarding. We have snow skates. We could do stuff on that. Whatever you want. There's so much. Ooh, another thing. I collect Hot Wheels. That's also terrible. This isn't it. Obviously, I don't have just two. But, you know, when you collect just series, like, do you have more than just that one? Do you have a different one that I don't know about? Do you have treasure hunts? Do you have super treasure hunts? What do I have? Do you want to know? We can find out. Anyway. Comments. What do we want to see? whatever we want to see the most of is what we can do. It's getting to be in the cold months, so I'd rather not be outside in the driveway working on the Jeep, even though I want to be outside in the driveway working on the Jeep. It's really cold, I don't want to do it. So if there's other things that we can talk about or do, we got gel blasters. Alright, that's it for today. See you next week. Maybe on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. No one knows anymore. See ya. Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you do it.